Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to turn to the personnel of the Management Board and the Supervisory Board. In September 2018, the Supervisory Board approved the resignation of Dr. Dieter Zetsche from the Board of Management with effect from the end of today's annual general meeting in order to be eligible for election to the Supervisory Board of Daimler AG after a 2-year cooling-off period. Dieter Zetsche is without doubt an exceptional manager. He led Daimler for 13 years and became the company's brand like no other before. He joined Daimler in 1976 in the Junior Research Group and has held a number of management positions. He was head of development in Brazil, president of Mercedes-Benz Argentina, and CEO of Freightliner in the USA, to name but a few. He has been a member of the Board of Management since December 1998 and was appointed chairman of the Board of Management of the former Daimler Chrysler AG in January 2006. In addition, he has headed the Mercedes-Benz Cars division since 2005. Dieter Zetsche has played a key role in shaping Daimler AG as a long-standing member of the Board of Management and chairman of the Board of Management, be it through the necessary separation from Chrysler, resolution of the financial crisis in 2008 and 2009, the realignment of the product range, including the design. Dieter Zetsche not only motivated the entire company with his target of "we want to be the #1 premium manufacturer again," but also achieved this ahead of schedule in 2016 compared to the 2020 target. He is an acknowledged business leader beyond the borders of Germany, and a German business magazine therefore called him the only world-class business leader in the automotive industry. Dieter Zetsche has proven that he can lead Daimler AG even in difficult terrain and inspire its employees with ambitious goals and for the future. He deserves our unrestricted gratitude. Ihm gebührt unser uneingeschränkter Dank. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. As also announced in September 2018, Ola Källenius will be appointed chairman of the Board of Management of Daimler AG and head of Mercedes-Benz Cars for a period of 5 years with effect from the end of today's annual general meeting. With Ola Källenius, we are appointing a recognized, internationally experienced and successful manager from our own company who can also inspire people for a cause, as chairman of the Board of Management and head of Mercedes-Benz Cars. At the same time, we're relying on the proven dual responsibility of the chairman of the Board of Management, who also heads Daimler's largest division. Ola Källenius joined the group in 1995 and after several national and international management functions was appointed member of the Board of Management with responsibility for Mercedes-Benz Cars sales for the first time with effect from January 15. In January 17, he assumed the responsibility for group research and Mercedes-Benz Cars development. We welcome Ola Källenius very warmly in the new responsibility. Ola, you can see there are a lot of expectations in the audience. Then I would like to inform you about the change in the Management Board Department Finance. In October 2018, Bodo Uber declared that he would not seek to extend his appointment, which runs until December 2019. With the approval of the Supervisory Board, he resigned from the Management Board with effect from the end of today's annual general meeting. Bodo Uber has been a member of the Board of Management of Daimler AG AG since 2003, and in this function he's been responsible for finance and controlling at the Daimler Financial Services division since 2004. He began his career in 1981 at the former Daimler-Benz AG, the aerospace subsidiary DASA. He then became a member of the management board of MTU Aero Engines GmbH. Bodo Uber always had the basic strategic questions of the company in mind. Not least for this reason, he and his department were responsible for planning and designing the new group structure, Project Future. Uber was the reliable economic conscience of the company and has implemented many initiatives in his area of responsibility and throughout the group. We thank Bodo Uber for his successful and intensive work and wish him all the best for the future. Such an applause does you really well, even after 13 years. In February 2019, the Supervisory Board appointed Harald Wilhelm to the Board of Management of Daimler AG for a period of 3 years, effective April 1st, 2019, initially without his own Board of Management function. With the departure of Bodo Uber at the end of this annual general meeting, Harald Wilhelm will assume responsibility for finance and controlling Daimler Financial Services. Harald Wilhelm has held various management positions in the finance department of the Airbus Group, most recently as Chief Financial Officer and member of the Airbus Executive Committee since 2012. With his many years of international expertise, he will provide Daimler with outstanding support in its transformation into a mobility provider and drive this strategic orientation forward. We have also taken account of the growing importance of capital markets and investors with the appointment of Harald Wilhelm. At the same time, we're continuing the generational change that has already begun on the management board. Welcome, Harald Wilhelm. In September 2018, the Supervisory Board appointed Markus Schäfer as a member of the Management Board for a period of 5 years with the effect from the end of the TASE annual general meeting. He takes over group research and Mercedes-Benz cars development as successor to Ola Källenius. Markus Schäfer demonstrated excellent leadership qualities and strategic vision in various technical management positions in the Mercedes-Benz cars division. He was appointed to the Board of Management of the Mercedes-Benz Cars Division in January 2014 and has since been responsible for production and supply chain management. We're delighted to welcome Markus Schäfer to the Board of Management in his new, particularly important position as Head of Development for the Passenger Cars Division. In February 2019 as well, with effect from January 1st, 2020, the Supervisory Board reappointed Britta Seeger as a member of the Board of Management for a further 5 years with responsibility for Mercedes-Benz cars sales. Britta Seeger leads the distribution of Mercedes-Benz cars with great success. Last year, Mercedes-Benz cars set another sales record in a challenging environment. She aligns sales and after-sales with the future and sets important strategic course for networking products, technologies and services. We're happy to continue our successful cooperation with Britta Seeger. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to turn to the personnel changes in the Supervisory Board following the 2018 Annual General Meeting. The employee representative Wolfgang Nieke left the Supervisory Board at the end of 2018. He was replaced by the elected substitute member Michael Häberle. The term of office of Joe Käser and Dr. Bernd Pischetsrieder on the Supervisory Board ends at the end of today's meeting. On the basis of the recommendation recommendation of the Nomination Committee, Joe Käser and Dr. Bernd Pischetsrieder will be proposed for re-election under Agenda Item 7, each for a period of 5 years. Both candidates have many years of management experience and a strong knowledge of international markets, which they have already demonstrated outstandingly in their work as members of the Supervisory Board. The activity of Dr. Pischetsrieder proves a maximum of automotive competence. In addition, Mr. Käser has special expertise in all aspects of finance. We would therefore be very pleased to continue our successful cooperation in the coming years. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot to do today. Let me therefore conclude with the legally necessary organizational information. And I have to read it out to you. I don't like that, but that's necessary, because everything is written in the documentation you have. All the necessary information on the procedure, voting and granting of proxies if you leave the annual general meeting prematurely is in the brochure that you received with the voting card block at the entrance. Please read them carefully. If you have not received the brochure yet, please contact the Investor Relations booth in the entrance area, where it will be available for you again. Mr. Notary Raki, whom I hereby present to you, will notarize the annual general meeting. If you wish to make statements on the notary's minutes, please contact the notary, Dr. Krause, who will assist Mr. Raki with the certification. You will find Dr. Krause at the front right of the plenum. And there is a sign above. In addition to the plenary session, the presence zone includes all rooms which are open to you after passing the accreditation. Please refer to the information brochure for further details. If, after the opening of the debate, you wish to speak on the agenda, please go to the Request to Speak table here in the plenum now. There are no other request tables available. If you have a procedural motion, please put it on your request form so that we can prepare ourselves. However, the application must still be submitted orally by you. You can take the floor as long as the list of speakers is not closed. Nevertheless, please contact us as soon as possible so that we know approximately how many speakers we can expect. Should you follow the annual general meeting from another area of the presence zone, you still have the opportunity to make your request to speak at the request table here in the plenum, to speak when called, and to make statements to the notary's minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the Board of Management attended today's annual general meeting in full. Due to the postponement of our annual general meeting, only Sari Baldauf and Dr. Achleitner are unable to participate from the Supervisory Board. The agenda with the proposed resolutions and the spin-off agreement under Agenda Item 9 were published in the Federal Gazette with the convening of this annual general meeting on April 3, 2019. Since then, they have been available on the company's website together with other documents to be made available. They can also be viewed today at the terminals on the back of the Investor Relations stand. The annual financial statements of Daimler AG, the consolidated financial statements and the combined management report of the company and the group for fiscal year 2018 were audited by KPMG AG, Wirtschaftsprüfungsgesellschaft Berlin, and issued with an unqualified audit opinion. On February 13, 2019, the Supervisory Board approved the annual financial statements of Daimler AG and the consolidated financial statements after its own review. The 2018 financial statements of Daimler AG are thus adopted. Ladies and gentlemen, as announced already, we now come to the explanations on Agenda Item 9 of today's annual general meeting. Dr. Zetsche will begin, and I will then explain the Supervisory Board's support of the future project. Before we then enter into the general debate, Dr. Zetsche will report on the past financial year and outline the tasks of the future. For the detailed report of the Supervisory Board on the past financial year, please allow me to refer you to the report of the Supervisory Board on page 46 of this annual report. You will also find the remuneration report and the detailed corporate governance report in the annual report. But now to the project future. Dieter, if you please.